Hi, friend. It's your inner child calling. And they want churros. A new toy. And a new adventure. Or maybe 5. With the bestest besties on Earth. Find your moment at Walt Disney World Resort.
You know you've got a comeback in you. When you take the next step, you're going to make it count. For your career, for your family, for your life. You can earn a degree you're proud of with Purdue Global. Purdue Global is backed by Purdue University, one of the nation's most respected and innovative public universities. This is your chance. This is your opportunity. This is your comeback. Purdue Global, Purdue's online university for working adults. Start your comeback today at purdueglobal.edu.
Hi, I'm Misha Jones, a producer at Wonder Media Network, and I'm so excited to be guest hosting this week's episodes of Womanica. This Black History Month, we're talking about Renaissance women. As part of the famed cultural and artistic Harlem Renaissance movement, these women found beauty in an often ugly world. In today's episode, we're looking closely at an enigmatic figure, a woman who built worlds out of sonnets and prose, and then effectively disappeared. With pen in hand, she wrote her way through the Renaissance, grappling with topics of unhappy marriages, gender roles, and racial injustice. But sizable fragments of her legacy have faded from the historical record, rendering this womanican a compelling mystery. This is Edythe Mae Gordon. Her story begins in the unknown. Edyth was born in Washington, D.C. at the turn of the 20th century, but the exact year of her birth is lost to time. While census records suggest the late 1890s, there are inconsistencies. And it's speculated that Edyth falsified her birth date on university documents, perhaps to appear younger than she actually was. Edyth was raised by her mother's family. They valued education, which allowed Edyth to develop intellectual curiosity at a young age. Edyth attended the historic M Street School in 1912, one of the nation's first high schools for African American students. Edyth may have studied under well-known literary figures such as Jessie Faust and Angelina Weld Grimke, who were among the faculty at that time. She graduated from M Street School in 1916, the same year she married Eugene Gordon, who was in D.C. studying English at Howard University. They tied the knot in Alexandria, Virginia, when Edyth was 19 and Eugene was 24. The newlyweds relocated to Cambridge, Massachusetts, where Eugene started writing for the Boston Post, and Edyth enrolled at Boston University. Together, Eugene and Edyth were an intellectual force, bonded closely through their shared love of literature. The two would frequently attend lecture series of radical thinkers, social activists, and suspected members of the Communist Party. Edyth's literary journey took off when Eugene founded a Black literary group known as Saturday Evening Quill Club in 1925. The group of creatives would meet regularly at the Gordon shared home in Cambridge. Out of these meetings began the Saturday Evening Quill, a publication complete with poetry, fine-lined ink drawings, short stories, and one-act dramas. The publication was praised by W.E.B. Du Bois as the best of the Black literary journals. The Saturday Evening Quill became an important platform for Harlem Renaissance writers, especially for women of the time, including Edyth herself. Her fiction often explored personal values and their impact on intimate relationships, especially within marriage. Edyth's debut short story, Subversion, which was published in the Saturday Evening Quill in 1928, detailed the life of a struggling artist who was betrayed by his wife and his best friend. The tale captivated readers and was awarded a prestigious O. Henry Award Prize that same year. While her fiction probed heavier themes, her poetry revealed a more lyrical side of her artistry and an appreciation for the natural world, a theme often celebrated by poets of the Harlem Renaissance. After spending almost 2 decades together, Edyth and Eugene began living in separate homes. Although it's speculated that during this time, Eugene still continued to pay for Edyth's continued education at Boston University, where she earned her bachelor's and master's degrees. Eventually, Edyth filed for divorce in 1942. After the legal separation, she faded from the public eye. Very few glimpses of her later life remain. Edyth's work has reemerged decades later through anthologies and literary compilations. Despite her many contributions, Edyth remains a mystery. In this story, her life ends the same way it begins, without a date. Though it's estimated that she died around 1980. Her voice lives on in her writing, a quiet but undeniable force in the Harlem Renaissance. All month, we're talking about Renaissance women. For more information, follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Womanica Podcast. Special thanks to Liz and Jenny Kaplan for letting me guest host this show. Talk to y'all tomorrow.
With Amex, there's always a new experience to explore. From curating the perfect vacation and chilling in the Centurion Lounge before you get there, trying out that new trendy restaurant thanks to Priority Notify with global dining access by Resy, and getting straight to the action at the big game with card member entrances at select venues. With Amex Platinum, you can experience it all. That's the powerful backing of American Express. Terms apply. Access to the card member entrance not limited to the American Express Platinum Card. Learn more at americanexpress.com/withAmex.
This message comes from Greenlight. Ready to start talking to your kids about financial literacy? Meet Greenlight, the debit card and money app that teaches kids and teens how to earn, save, spend wisely, and invest with your guardrails in place. With Greenlight, you can send money to kids quickly, set up chores, automate allowance, and keep an eye on what your kids are spending with real-time notifications. Join millions of parents and kids building healthy financial habits together on Greenlight. Get started risk-free at greenlight.com/iHeart.